Welcome back. We're continuing our discussion on the free market system, the principles of economic liberty. And this is where our economic liberty came from integrity, initiative, and invention that produced the great work ethic in America. The economic liberty we enjoy is directly tied to the free market system that some in our day call capitalism. I like that word. The followers of a communist, Karl Marx, tried to make the word capitalist or capitalism into a negative sounding word. Marx's main goal was to abolish private property. He didn't want us to own our homes or our farms or our businesses. He thought the government should control all property and business. We should be slaves to it. But the Bible's teaching on the role of government gives support to the idea of a free market rather than socialism or communism. This is because Scripture does not teach that government should take over the ownership of private property. Thou shalt not steal. See, private property belongs to individuals, to families, private business, not to the government or to a society in general. You know, for some strange unknown reason, the last three places where we have had the opportunity to visit, each one of those people had told me in their business that their neighbors had encroached on their property. Look at 2 of the 10 commandments clearly state, you shall not steal. You shall not covet. These imply that property belongs to individuals and families, not to other people. It's your neighbor's property. It belongs to them. Leave it alone, please. You know, it's interesting that scores in the liberal media today, CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, New York Times, all the liberal guys, they've made huge capitalistic profits in America, ironically by casting negativity on the word capitalist too. Just think of that. But capitalism is just another word for the free market system, free enterprise. It permits individuals and companies to act voluntarily within the free marketplace. This is where real lasting economic liberty is daily lived out. Individuals and companies are free to buy or sell or even produce their own products and services, as capital permits, of course, at will. Look at people choose the jobs they like best instead of being assigned a job like by the government. Yeah, I once worked for the government. I have friends that work for the government. But I got to tell you, personally, I hated working for the government because they told me what to do every day. I had no freedom. It didn't last long for me. It only lasted a year. But I would say, nonetheless, it was good training because I used it to become an employer and enter the free market system as a businessman. Nothing wrong with that. An honest day's work. But employers have the benefit to hire employees. They determine that are best suited for the job. That's what a free market does. It offers the consumer satisfaction too by producing goods and services that consumers actually desire. See, the competitive free market system produces goods and services at a much better quality and lower price. Look at, just take a ride over to your local Chick-fil-A and buy a chicken sandwich or some chicken tenders, and you'll see how good the food really is. That's a result of the free market system. It's a wonderful system that works on its own without the need of any government agency overseeing it. You don't need the government involved with this. This is because people that operate the businesses in the marketplace, they have good experience and they know what supplies are needed in advance and precisely how much product in order to order. Well, day after day, week after week, month after month, thousands of vans and trucks supply the various stores with the right amount of product to meet the consumer demand in every particular neighborhood in America. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing that no government agency was needed to tell the van or delivery truck driver how much product to deliver? Yet it all gets done without a loaf of bread spoiling or molding, or a carton of milk souring. See, small business is the core of America. People working to make each business a success. And yes, Mr. President Obama, they did it on their own. Yes, of course, with the grace of God. But not with the help of an overweening government taxing, regulating, and controlling it. Let's clarify something. Capitalism is basically a good system. It's the best system on the planet. Greed, of course, is not good. We're told in Scripture that greed is the root of all evil. Remember Gordon Gekko in the movie Wall Street? He told us just the opposite, that greed was good. He was wrong. It's not good. The Bible teaches that the proper role of government, it's simple. It's to punish those that do evil and to praise those who do well. Read it, 1 Peter 2:14. But in recent decades, the word capitalism has been misunderstood by many, especially our young people, those who have had the liberal economic professors at our collegiate level. They come out thinking they know everything. They're exiting their college years and they think capitalism is bad. I heard one student say, oh, capitalism, those are the communists. What ignorance. A college graduate who thinks he knows everything has been indoctrinated into a socialistic way of thinking. Nothing could be further from the truth, young man. The free market is the only way to a lasting and thriving economy. Look at capitalism, free market, whatever you want to call it. It has given a greater number of people more prosperity and economic liberty than any other economic system on the planet. Now, how could America's economic system of capitalism, the free market, how could that be evil, as you young people are taught in college, if it is the product of liberty itself? See, that's where it comes from. This is all derived from the concept of Christianity. Faith in God, morality, just and proper laws, good education. All of this produces political, economic, and religious liberty. You know, we should note that capitalism does not exist anywhere in the world where political and religious liberty does not exist. Capitalism only exists in the world where there's political and religious liberty. On the other hand, socialism or communism, which the Bible does not support, endorse, or teach, in the book of Acts chapter 5, those things are bad. They take away economic liberty. You know what it does? You know what socialism that we're leaning towards now and our president is trying to indoctrinate America on? It makes the government a god to tax, regulate, and control all facets of the economy. Then eventually it gets very bad. Food lines, food stamps that the government gives out to its people, treat them like a chicken. Starving in the line like a slave. That's what socialism brings. It brings famine, destruction, and it takes away economic liberty. We must stop it.